Their jaws were rotting off their faces because of what they ingested at work. They told them it was safe, even healthy. So the women did something that seemed harmless. They put the paintbrush in their mouths. Every single day. They even joked about it, calling it lip dip paint. But what they didn't know was that they were slowly poisoning themselves at work, and their employers knew about it. In the early 1900s, factories across the United States hired young women to paint glowing numbers onto watch dials. The paint used something new at the time: radium. It made the numbers glow in the dark, perfect for military and consumer watches. These jobs were seen as modern, even exciting. Good pay, clean indoor work, and the girls were told the same thing over and over. It's completely safe. In 1917, in Orange, New Jersey, the United States Radium Corporation opened. There was a habit they were encouraged to use to make the job easier. They shaped the fine paintbrushes with their lips for precision, then dipped them in radium paint, then painted the watch dials, hour after hour, day after day. No gloves, no mask, no warning, just lip dip paint. At first, nothing seemed wrong. Some of the girls even joked about it. Their clothes, hair, and teeth would glow faintly in the dark after work. Some of them even brought it home to use in the bedroom. They thought it was harmless. But slowly, things changed. Between 1922 and 1925, workers started developing problems. Teeth started falling out. Jaws became painful. Some women developed open sores that wouldn't heal. Then came something worse. Bones began to weaken, break, and in some cases, simply dissolve. Doctors didn't understand it yet, but their bodies were being destroyed from the inside out. Radium was radioactive, and it was killing them slowly. When the women tried to get help, the companies refused responsibility. Executives insisted there was no danger. They said the illnesses were unrelated. Some doctors, paid by the company, claimed the workers were imagining it. Meanwhile, the companies kept hiring new girls to replace the sick ones. And when the workers got worse, they were often fired or dismissed without support. By the time the truth started to emerge, many of the original workers were already dying. Then something changed. A group of sick workers decided to fight back legally. In 1925, the first major lawsuit was filed, but they were running out of time. Some were too weak to even walk into court. One of the most powerful moments came in 1927, when a dying worker named Grace Fryer appeared in court to testify, knowing she likely wouldn't survive much longer. Their case exposed what the companies had been hiding all along. That management knew radium was dangerous and continued exposing workers anyway. The legal battle dragged on, but public attention exploded. Suddenly, this wasn't just a workplace injury case. It was a national scandal, although in 1928 the case was finally settled in their favor. Compensation was limited, and long-term medical care was not fully addressed. The Radium Girls' fight didn't save them. Many died before justice was fully done, but their suffering forced something permanent into motion. For the first time, America had to seriously confront workplace radiation safety, and their case helped push forward stronger labor protections and medical standards in hazardous industries. Courts became more willing to accept that workplace exposure itself could cause liability. Employers can be responsible even when harm is slow and invisible. After public awareness grew, radium use in consumer products like watch dials became heavily restricted. Companies were required to stop unsafe mouth-shaping practices, reduce direct contact with radioactive paint, and improve ventilation and handling procedures. Eventually, radium dial painting declined sharply by mid-20th century. They were told it was safe, but in reality, their job was slowly killing them.
Strange thing did happen, no stranger would it be. We met at midnight in the hanging tree.